Hello, everyone. I'm here to be a Bitcoin maxi and to tell you to stick with Bitcoin right now, despite the rise in Bitcoin price. If you've noticed, Bitcoin price has risen, not really altcoins in the last few days. There might be a delay, but I think it's too risky right now to actually get into altcoins. Plus, the reason that Bitcoin is going up right now is because of large whale buys, namely Michael Saylor, who wants to buy 2 billion. I think he might have already bought 500 million, and that's most of the reason we actually came up. Semler Scientific also wants to buy 500 million Bitcoin. So other coins don't really have that kind of a boost. There are massive corporations wanting to buy those other altcoins, any of the other altcoins, not even Ethereum. So they might not get the same boost, and Bitcoin dominance is going to grow. Right now, it's already at 63.5, folks. That's a lot of Bitcoin dominance. Ben Cowan says it's at least going to go to 66. I'm thinking it's going to go to around 70 before it actually comes down. Now, we could actually risk a pretty big retrace. And if you actually look at Bitcoin on the monthly graph, we actually did this the same time last month. So like on March 24th, we actually hit 87,009, and March 24th, we hit 88.5 as the top. And that's kind of where we are right now. And we actually stayed in that high range up until about the 27th. And if you look at right now, we're kind of in the same thing. Ever since we got to the 13th of April, we've been having a little bit of life. Obviously, we came up a little bit here, but we're about at the same as the peak we had essentially last month. We're about 88.2 right now. I think the highest I saw was like 88.6, was 88.5. And you know, after we had a couple of peaks, we essentially went down to 75, not once, but twice. And that is a more than 10% dip. But for altcoins, it was much, much more devastating. Like Cardano essentially went from 76 cents all the way down here to, 52 cents. And that is a 33% dip. So Bitcoin dipped almost like 18-19%. Cardano dipped 33%. And other altcoins besides BNB didn't actually fare as well. And even now, when Bitcoin is fully recovered back to almost its max, pretty much its max, like exactly 1 month ago, if you look at Cardano, it's still 62 cents, still down significantly from 71 or its high from last month at about 76. So you still got almost a 20% drop for Cardano from 4 weeks ago, whereas Bitcoin's already caught up. And if you look at other coins, you will see much the same thing for in terms of price action. So that's one reason you really don't want to sell Bitcoin for altcoins right now, because I do believe Bitcoin will continue to outperform, and I don't really think altcoin season is here. Like we said, XRP here, 240, it's at 208, and Bitcoin is basically at the same price as it was a month ago, and XRP is down about 20%. So you're losing about 20% this last month to this month if you bought altcoins, and sticking with Bitcoin is the best policy. Also, the trade war is still not over. I know some of you are getting excited about the M2, but right now, everything is just buying Bitcoin. Yes, will altcoins get pulled up by Bitcoin eventually? But I think overall, Bitcoin will still dominate. Unless you have insider information that the trade war is going to subside sometime soon, I definitely think Bitcoin is the way to go. I do not think that altcoins are going to fare that much better than they did from last month at this time to right now. And there's still the sell in May and go away thing, which people might actually follow. So I think if you want to buy Bitcoin, that's fine. But altcoins, I would stay away from right now until we get more confirmation that we are actually going up. Because right now, we are basically where we were exactly a month ago. At the end of March, we did pump up, and then we went back down. The trade war is still on. There's no sign of any kind of US-China deal or US-EU deal or US-Canadian deal at this point. Maybe after the election, we'll have a Canadian deal or something. If you want to bet on that, that's fine as well. But I would definitely stick to Bitcoin, because Michael Saylor, Semler Scientific, and a lot are buying Bitcoin. They're not buying altcoins. And because market instability is still largely there. And of course, Donald Trump continuing to attack Jerome Powell is going to bring the overall economic market down, which should impact altcoins more than Bitcoin. So that's why I think you should stick with Bitcoin. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys next time.